Good morning or good afternoon, whatever you want to call it. It's earlier than normal for a Kings game. Happy to have you here. Ryan in Sacktown will get you ready for the Kings and the Magic. Also, have a ton of notes to go over from last game. What are your expectations for the Kings tonight? I've put out some information just about what I kind of think the target score is going to be, not just in this game, but the rest of the season. You look at the way the Kings have kind of switched that style up. I think 115 is the new 130, guys. We'll see. We'll talk about it more. Kings, Magic from the land of Disney here in just a few minutes. We'll get you ready here on the pregame show.
2, 1, go.
Sacramento miscue. Carter. Stolen by Williams. And look at this. Oh, you don't like that. You don't like NBA basketball. Fox. Goodbye. Oh, if you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball. The exclamation point from De'Aaron Fox. Oh, if you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball.
Boy, that's an ESPN highlight right there. Whoa. Carlson comes in. How about this? Holy moly, Jim Bob Foley. That is a major league smush.
Hey, welcome back in. Ryan in Sacktown here. Is it going to start? I was going to put a different one up, but this one came up when I hit it. That I get it. It makes your head want to explode with this team. So here's the deal. Sasha, he is going to be out tonight. So he was questionable coming into tonight. Maybe Monday? Maybe? Kessler Edwards, is he going to get some more run tonight? We'll see. We'll have full coverage here on If You Don't Like That. Halftime, Jerry Reynolds will be right here with us, and Grant and I will bring things home for you tonight on the postgame show. Gary, so let's talk actually a little bit more about injuries as I'm getting some stories breaking right here in front of me. But Gary Harris is going to be out tonight. So Gary Harris for the Magic not playing. Weird start. I was getting some correspondence from a source. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's restart. Gary Harris not playing for the Magic. Sasha Vezenkov not playing. Obviously, Herter out. Lyles out for the Kings. This is going to be a low-scoring game. This is going to be probably one of those New York Knicks grind it out, pound it out, punch first games. Here's the deal. The Magic have won 4 in a row. But the Magic in those 4 games, they've averaged 114 points, about 114.3 basically. The Kings, I don't know what they've averaged the last 10. I don't think it matters. I think the number that matters for them is 100. When the Kings are able to keep teams to right around 100, they've been winning ball games lately. So the Magic, third actually in defensive rating. So, it's going to go both ways. Here's the caveat, though, for the Magic. 25th in the NBA. 25th in the NBA at fouling. So can the Kings, 1, get to the free throw line? And 2, if the refs aren't calling the calls, can De'Aaron Fox keep his head? Can he? Did you hear his comments after last game? It left a little bit to be desired for me personally. But yeah, I wish, Adam, maybe on another show. Maybe on another show, buddy. But yeah, we could do that sometime. We could do it. Is it going to start? Yeah, the game starts at 4. Yeah, we've went over that. Your expectations, Adam, is the game to win. Yes. And the reality is we need these next. Dude, we keep saying we need the next 3, the next 5-game sample size, right, Adam? Well, we're running out of games. Yeah, they need the next 3. In fact, I'm with Grant. This was Grant's take. It's basically sit the starters on Monday. Sit the starters. Why? Why play them? You've got 2 games, think about it, after that against Dallas that are both worth a full game in the Western Conference, a full game in the loss column. And the Kings, they're going to need it. 8th in the West right now. 8th in the West because they lost to the Wizards. Flores, what's up, my man? How important is this game, 1 through 10? I mean, it's important, Flores. It's because of the time of the year. It's a 7. 7 easy. But if you want me to put it on like a curved scale for the Kings, compared to the 2 against Dallas, the first of which that begins Tuesday, that's a 10 out of 10 for me. So tonight, 7, maybe 8, maybe 8. It's just where I see it. Adam, do you think the image of Kessler Edward or usage of Kessler is bizarre, doesn't play for months, and then coach will throw him in for a week straight? Obviously, there's injuries. No, I don't think it's bizarre because Coach Brown's been doing it all year, Adam. That's the thing. He's been tweaking the rotation and he's had to because of injuries at times, but he's not really found that rotation off the bench. And because of that, Kessler does not surprise me. Now, Kessler, Adam, you watch all the time. I report on Stockton all the time. I talk about what they're doing down there, and Kessler's been getting run down there. So the way that he stepped in and played the other night was not surprising to me whatsoever. And it's going to work on some nights. It's going to work on some nights because Keon's not going to be playing great. Maybe somebody's in foul trouble. And then on other nights, it's not going to work. And that's why it's up to Coach Brown to pick those spots. But Adam brings up a good point in this. There are games this season that you can, if your team, because the Kings are reshaping right now. By all accounts, the Kings are reshaping. They're flipping things on their heads stylistically. So you still need to work into that. And as they go through that, I don't mind seeing Coach Brown having some teeth behind his bark where if you let somebody drive down the middle, you pull them out, you get my point, coach him up like Coach used to do. But I would have a quick hook in some of these games like Philadelphia, games like Orlando today. You've got the personnel on the bench. What do you have to lose, especially if it's not going well, especially if you have a slow start. If we want to call a spade, the starters last game are the reason that the Kings lost. The bench came in 2 times and the bench did dig them out of one hole, but they almost dug them out of a second hole. And this is what sucks. This is what sucks sometimes about the Kings. You say you want your head to explode. Last game, the Wizards didn't have to dig a new hole for the second half. They used the exact same hole they dug in the first half to kick the Kings back into it. And so when you see stuff like that, I'm glad Coach went to Kess. Now, will he continue doing that? Will he do that? Hold on. Will he do that if it's a player like De'Aaron Fox? Will he do that if it's a player like Malik Monk? We've seen he will definitely do that for a Keegan Murray. So my man Alberto was on the Clones Not Kings show last night. What's up, dude? Not going to lie, the Magic are no joke. Magic took us to deep waters. Yeah, they can play. Banchero, watch out. Frog. I need to know what's behind the name Frog. Ryan, the Kings will need Fox to bring an egg. That's why they lost last game, Frog. And they need at least, yeah, dude. Okay, so everybody get their notebooks out. Everybody get their pens out. Write this down. This is like one of those, and Kings included. If any of you are watching from the locker room, here we go. In 5 steps, I am going to launch you to superstardom and a win today. 5 quick steps. Don't worry. I'll be quicker before the skip ad comes up. Here's the 5 steps, or I don't even know if it's 5, but here's the steps. Make more free throws than the other team takes. 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. 35 to 40 point attempts. 10 or more steals. Anybody else want to add in there? That to me is what you need to win this game, and the Kings are capable. So, yes. Oh, you know what, Frog? I'm sorry. You said 6 in double digits. They have to have 4 starters in double digits. 6 is right, but 4 of the 6 have to be starters. And if 4 starters are in double, you're going to have more than 6 probably. So that's what I'm looking at. Adam, love what Kessler, me too. Scuba, standing wise, we are pretty much guaranteed the 10th spot unless things go catastrophic. Can't talk. Catastrophic. Yes, I would say 10 at the worst. It's not going to get there. They're going to be, I think the worst, a total collapse by the Kings would be the 9 seed. And the 8's still not much better. But at least the 8, you get a couple bites at the apple. Yeah, I think the 9 seed. But if we're going to go lowest, 10 for sure. Key for tonight is Sabonis in the Magic. Don't have anybody that can contain him. Well, do the Kings have anybody that contain Banchero? Adam, nothing feels good. No, it doesn't. Bucky, dude, where have you been? Worried about you. It is not possible, after all, what we've seen by far, the Kings to make some run of 6, 7 consecutive wins. So let's wish them luck. Bucky, I don't disagree with you. Here's the thing. Grant talks about Dallas like it's the big bad wolf. I don't think Dallas is that great. I don't. Now, I understand Luka and Kyrie. They're two players that are superstars that the Kings don't have. But they're not the big bad team to me. I think the Kings, in fact, and we can talk about it later tonight if Grant's on the post-game show. But, he'll tell you, well, they had a favorable back-to-back the first time. Same story the second time. There's something to it, but I still don't think Dallas is really that great. In fact, I think Dallas is closer to the Kings than they are the Pelicans. Does that make any sense to you? Matthew, all 5 steps, stop ranch churro. Yeah, ranch churro. Well played there. That's some clone stuff, Matthew. Reserve that for Friday night. It's clones, not Kings. Show up there with that. That'll do well. Courage on Kings is second to none. Yes. Oh, what's up, dude? What's up, my man? That's my boy Daniel from Pops Market. Hey, do you guys remember? How many of you have gone to get your free sausages? Pops Premium Meats Shop in Elk Grove, Bruceville Road. They've got all the great cuts. They've got all the cuts that you've never heard of that are better than what you probably get at the supermarket. 14 different types of homemade sausages. And mention this show, mention the King's Court, whatever. They're going to give you one of them free. They'll put it on my tab, put it on Dan's tab, Brian's tab, whatever. They're going to give you a free sausage, though. I was there earlier today. By the way, my son is addicted to the marinated Korean short ribs. Addicted. And go with me here. We're going off track. But they're the short ribs like you get at the Korean barbecue places where they actually have the rib in it and they're thin cut. Get to Pops. Laguna, or I'm Bruceville in Elk Grove. Get over there. Florida hopping back in. Like mentioned in the King's Court, Fox needs to. Yes, dude. We talked. So De'Aaron, for those that didn't listen to the King's Court, De'Aaron was asked after the game about keeping his composure. And if you guys think that I'm hating on Fox, I'm not trying to. The numbers show this. Your eyeballs, if you watch the game, should tell you this. They were down 105-99. Fox had already shot 15 threes in the game. In a game where the Kings, barely got to 102, right? So he shoots 15 threes and then down 105-99. They've got a minute 30 left. He pulls a quick three. No reason for it. Gives them a 2-for-1, the other side, not the Kings a 2-for-1. And that's how they end up going on to seal the game. The Kings then come down, shoot another 3, miss. And then they have, what was it? It was a turnover or it was an offense. It was something, whatever. It was something that shouldn't have happened. So with Fox's shot selection, that directly hurt the team down that stretch. Directly hurt the team last game. Mike Brown said Domas needed more shots. He said the Kings needed to be smarter. In fact, Mike Brown said when he was talking about the performance Kyle Kuzma had, Mike Brown said, we need to have a guy that can go and get it like that and go and get it in those moments. And I'm paraphrasing. Don't you remember De'Aaron was the inaugural, the reigning clutch player of the year? Where's the disconnect? What am I missing? So it's shot selection. And then what happens is composure bleeds in to shot selection. De'Aaron's not getting foul calls. Okay, I'm just going to shoot threes. And in his soundbite after the game, when he's asked about his composure with the refs, well, I did shoot 16 times, or he said 15 or 16 times inside the paint. right? Or inside the 3-point line, but I guess I don't get fouls. Okay. What about the other ones, dude? Fox, what about this team on a night where the Kings score 135 points? Somebody do me a favor. Somebody go to StatMuse and tell me the last time De'Aaron Fox shot 15 or more threes outside of the Wizards game. I would be shocked. There's probably one King that shot 15 or shoots close to 15 this season. And maybe it's Fox. I know his 2-point attempts and his 3-point attempts are right around each other. So the balance wasn't too bad off, but the problem was the quantity. The quantity was way too much. With Kevin Huerter out of the starting lineup and with Keon Ellis with no expectation of having to have plays drawn up for him or doing anything to get him involved other than passing the ball around, just sharing the ball. And maybe you're an occasional pressure on the ball defense. You get what I'm saying, right? Be a threat. Cut. It is what it is, okay? Well, with him in the off lineup now, the shots get redistributed. Those should not all go to De'Aaron Fox. This team is not going to go far in the play-in or the playoffs if all of those shots go to De'Aaron. And I'm not saying that because it's De'Aaron. I'm saying that because when we've seen this team win and play their best basketball with Keon Ellis in the starting lineup lately, I'm not buying into the 6 or 7 straight as a starter because it was over 66 games. Over 66 games. That's a lot. So, but over this last little stretch, you would normally when the Kings were doing this, the roller coaster stuff, the wooden roller coaster stuff, you would normally see 4 assists for Sabonis in the first quarter, somewhere around that number. Well, now you're seeing 4 assists in that same period of time, but they're coming from 4 different starters. So that's the difference. And it was too much last game. Just too much, in my opinion. All right, Dre's going to say Sabonis is overrated. His lack of scoring. Also paid a lot of money. Dude, are you serious? Dre. 52 straight doubles, Dre. What are we talking about here, Dre? Scoring? Dre. I mean, really, what are we talking about? Scoring, Dre? Thank you, Matthew. 20? Pick me up, guys. Come on. Dre. Dude. Dre, how many Kings games do you watch? Dre? Do you get the Costco-sized version of the national media aid at your local store? I don't understand, dude. Adam, thank you. Back me up here, you guys. Now, this dude, you're right. Anthony Edwards. You're right. He's not on the list. You know why? Look at where the teams are at in the standings. And here's the other thing. Anthony Edwards deserves to be where he's at on that list. So that's fair. That doesn't devalue where Sabonis is at. That doesn't mean he takes Sabonis' spot, dude. I mean, Anthony Edwards is the new Vince Carter. You want to tell me I'm wrong? He is the modern day Vince Carter, but he's a little bit better with his shot. But he's made 2 of the freakiest plays this season. 2 of the freakiest plays I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not talking about sports alone, basketball alone. 2 of the freakiest things, the block and that last dunk. Freaky as hell. So, dude, okay, Kevin, Dre, let's have a good chat. Kevin Love has a double-double record and was on a losing Minnesota team at the time. Scoring is more important. No, it's not, dude. Bro, scoring's more important if you want to, I don't know, do the same thing every year, I guess. You want to be Charlotte? Do you want to be San Antonio? Do you want to be those teams? Utah? Minnesota up until this season? Because they were underperforming? No, dude, Sabonis does so much more for this team that Dre, you probably, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful by saying this, Dre, your mind cannot understand some of the things Sabonis does on a basketball court. Mine can't. That's how special he is. That's why we're constantly asking Jerry Reynolds. Talk to Jerry Reynolds. Talk to Jerry Reynolds, Dre. But I appreciate the debate. I love being challenged, dude. I love being challenged. But yeah, it's a good point. What's up, Bruce? Bruce? Yeah, that's the national take. Well, dude, the coaches. Here's the problem, Bruce. The coaches are the ones that snub Sabonis. The coaches snubbed him. That's the problem I have. Yes, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Charlotte, San Antonio, and Utah don't have scoring. Anyone can hustle. Dude. Dre, anyone can hustle? Dre. Okay, we're going to move on. Dre, I appreciate it. You're digging the hole a little bit too deep. Reshape that take, and we will talk again. Ryan, would you take Jaren Jackson over Sabonis? I really believe we'd be a better team with a player like JJ than Sabonis. Why don't I flip the question for you? Would I rather have JJ than Fox? Why does it have to be Sabonis that leaves? You guys scared of that? I'm not. I'm not. I think that there could be a route there. Just like there could be a route if they traded Sabonis. But if you ask me today, I think they would trade Fox before they trade Sabonis. That's just my take. Get help. Dude, they're coming for you. They're coming for you. Let's see. Zakara. Yeah, I know. They're coming for you, Dre. It's all right, dude. It is okay. I'm not there yet. Man. I can already tell we're going to have some fun off-season chats because people are getting creative. Adam, okay. Well, it's not okay. Let's not start a JJ over Fox thing. That's not the point I was trying to make. The point that I was trying to make is if you're looking for a major shakeup and you're Monty McNair, we're going to talk about Jalen Johnson. We're going to talk about other people that are available, okay? If the Kings wanted to make a big shakeup, and I don't think we have a big enough sample size of this yet. Maybe we will by the end of the season if they continue doing what they've done in the last 11 games stylistically. But if that's the direction you want to go, you want to be hard-nosed, grind it out. You think you have a Keegan Murray that's your defensive leader, which he is, your defensive captain. You've got Sabonis, who that's the definition of grind it out. You got maybe Malik Monk back. If you re-sign him, he fits into that grind it out. Keon Ellis, dog. He fits into it. De'Aaron Fox, does he fit into it? That's all I'm asking. That's it. You guys brought it up. I didn't bring it up. Don't say Ryan saying trade Fox, because I'm not. But I just think you got to look at both sides of the table. Dre, I wouldn't have hit that if I saw it was you, dude. But Sabonis' trade value and worth isn't as high as you think. Fox is more valuable, and I bet you GMs would say the same thing. I bet you they would not. And Dre, just for you, I will put that out on social media. There is how many? So what's De'Aaron Fox's separator? What's his separator? It's his speed. It's the fastest guy I've ever seen with the basketball. Okay. What's Sabonis' separator? It's here, right here. Okay. Not everybody in the NBA has it like that. Okay. They don't. And I'm not comparing De'Aaron to Sabonis and saying De'Aaron doesn't have heart. I'm telling you, dude, that he's got the heart. There's a lot more guys that are closer to De'Aaron Fox that are max players than Sabonis. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Joker has changed that position in a time where Steph Curry changed that position without even playing it. Think about that. Sabonis, Joker, they're saying, take it back. Give it back to us. And they're passing. Way more important, bigger block. Bigger building block. Not even close, dude. Not even close. Not a problem, John. Happy that you were able to make it, dude. And yes, that's why they play him. That is why they play him indeed. In fact, they are getting ready to play him. Let's get ready to get you out. We'll do let me just run through some things really quick, get you ready. King's going to roll with the same 5 that you know of with Ellis in there. We already talked about fouling with the Magic, all right? They are 25th in the NBA at fouling. So you absolutely have to make your free throws and not lose your composure if you're not getting foul calls. If you make more free throws than Orlando takes, you win this game. Love the leather. They are 4th in steals in the NBA. So the Kings absolutely have to also love the leather, but make sure they get their double-digit steals because that's one of their set in stone stats to me. Pace. Who is going to win the pace battle? Who's going to control the pace? Because the Kings want to play slow now. They want to run in bits. That's what they want to do. They want to run off the steals, gouge you in transition to where you're like, crap, how did that happen? We were just up 7, okay? But then they want to slow you down, and they want to get physical with you, okay? So if the Kings can do that, Orlando, they're 30th in the NBA. Dead last in three-pointers made, okay? Dead last. So you can get a little bit of a lead on them and feel a little secure about it. Here's the other thing. Dead last in field goals attempted this year. Dead last. So pace is not high for Orlando. If they slow the Kings down, bottle the Kings up. If they zone the Kings, get the ball to the middle. And I would zone Orlando too. Just keep Banchero out of the middle. Those are a couple quick thoughts. I know we've kind of gone down some different roads here, but hey, make sure you come back with us at halftime. If you don't already subscribe, please do if you don't mind. Grant just got to 7,000. We really appreciate it. And then also don't forget, we are 63 people away from 1,000 followers for the Kings Court. Go check it out. Also, follow me on Twitter at Ryan_in_Sacktown. I have some huge announcements coming up when we get to 1,000 followers. Podcast is also available on Spotify and all the other platforms. If you are an Android person, Kings Magic getting ready to tip off now. Have a great first half. We will see you at halftime.